Stories from Upanishads, retold by Arghya Goswami. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udayachete Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Avashishayate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The invisible Brahma is infinite. The objects of the visible universe is also infinite. From infinite Brahma, infinite universes come out. Still remains infinite, even though infinite universes come out of it. Ishavasya Upanishad.
Hello, friends and listeners. I am Arghya Goswami, and along with my wife Genia, we will be your host for this podcast series named Stories from Upanishads. We will attempt at retelling these stories from Upanishads which bring you bouquet of various tales which pushes you for self-realization, understanding the Supreme Self or the Brahman, and other nuances which are the foundational building blocks of Sanatana Dharma. The stories are sourced from various Upanishads and from the books by Swami Ranganathananda, and of course, I shouldn't forget Upanishads.org. We aren't experts in Upanishads but have really worked hard to get these stories to you in most simplistic language and so that you can understand the crux of the important messages hidden within these sacred texts. We love to read these various Indian scriptures and doctrines and believe in spreading the message and the knowledge further. I hope you will enjoy listening to our podcast series. So please follow, subscribe, or download the episodes if you like. So, before we could begin telling you the stories, we must first introduce you what are these Upanishads. These texts serve as the ultimate truth in form of shrutis or oral traditions which provides Vastu Tantra Jnana, which means the knowledge of reality as it is. Literally, the word Upanishads means sitting down near or sitting down at the feet. So, this serves as the basic building block of Guru Shishya tradition, where the revered Guru teaches secret knowledge to his pupils in an ashrama or hermitage. Upanishads describe the various aspects of the nature in form of the supreme self called Brahman or the individual self called Aatman. Apart from this, it also contains the precious information on karma, that is right action, and moksha, that is liberation from the cycle of birth and death. These are the various Vedic doctrines that explain self-realization through yoga and meditative practices. Most of the stories in Upanishads is a dialogue between two or three characters, either between Guru or his disciples, or between pupils of a hermitage, or even between two enemies. So this is a world of enchanting stories entangled with inner meanings of life, time and space. These texts provide us an intelligible body of verified and verifiable spiritual insights along with mixture of mythology, legends and cosmological speculations relating to the nature and origin of the universe. Most scholars are divided on dating the Upanishads. Many of these agree that the principal Upanishads, that is Dashopanishad, were composed before the era of Gautam Buddha, around 7th century before Christ. There are about 200 Upanishads and many of them are sectarian in character and evidently written in the post-Buddhist era, and also even composed after Adi Shankaracharya's era. These Upanishads were written over a huge period of time. However, the scholars agree the principal Upanishads are accepted to be those which were commented by none other than Adi Shankaracharya. He commented on 10 Upanishads, namely Isha, Kena, Katha, Prasna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Taittiriya, Aitariya, Chandogya, Brihad Aranyaka. Some of the scholars believe that he commented also on the 11th Upanishad named Shweta Swatara. So, my dear friends and listeners, we invite you to embark on a journey to know the truth of life about Brahman or the Supreme Self, about Aatman, the individual self, and many other foundational philosophies of Hinduism in form of simple tales from Upanishads. In our podcast series, this is the episode 0 and will serve as the baseline knowledge to understand this great text in a nutshell. While in each of the following episodes in this podcast series, we will narrate to you a story from this great text. These stories you may know or may have heard in the past, but they still possess ancient secrets and foundational knowledge of the mankind. So, my dear friends, that was episode 0 for you. I hope you liked the podcast. Until the next episode.
Shanti Shanti.